Hey guys, you're watching MaddiE with MaddiE, and this is MaddiE Dawson, and welcome back to another episode of Decrypting Movies. And I hope you know what is the movie today we are going to analyze. It is going to be a horror movie and a very hot release, recently released Conjuring 3. So the title is The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So we'll see the trailer first, and we'll get into the craftsmanship. How's the movie made? How is it? Is it worth watching? Yeah. So just let's just straight away start the video. All right, fellas. So this is my blog on the movie. So there are no spoilers in my blog. You can just read it and decide whether you need to watch it or not. And yeah, if you see the IMDb rating is 6.3. I felt it is a little underrated because I don't know how they judge the horror films. There is no difference when you compare the third part with the first two parts because I felt there is nothing new, as well as there was no degrade in the quality of the filmmaking. So it was a great movie. I enjoyed it, and yeah, my verdict is hungry for a horror, yum yum. So if you're looking for a horror film, then this is the hot new available in 2021. So enjoy watching it. Yeah, so straight away we'll get into the trailer, and then we'll analyze the movie. Okay, let's watch the trailer.
Hey! You okay there? Jesus. I think I hurt someone.
This is Ed Warren, here with Lorraine. All right, let's get started.
Residents of Brookfield were shocked this afternoon by the broad daylight murder of Bruno Sauls.
The court accepts the existence of God every time a witness swears to tell the truth. I think it's about time they accept the existence of the devil.
Whatever is going on, whatever happened that day, that was not Marnie.
It's a witch's totem. We think your family was cursed. And that connection's still open.
I'm only interested in reality.
But I can see things that your people can't. Something terrible happened here.
A master Satanist is not an adversary to be taken lightly.
She's doing it again. She's reaching out to the darkness.
Lorraine, you need to come back. Is saving him worth everything you have? Because that's what it may very well cost you. Lorraine!
Yeah, to be honest, I think this is the first time I'm watching the trailer. I didn't watch the trailer. I just saw the movie was released, and I booked my tickets. And just recently, I watched the movie. I think if you're a follower of the Conjuring series or the Conjuring universe, you know that the protagonist, there is not one, two, the couples, Ed and Lorraine Warren, though they are so these are the, I mean, they are the protagonists. So they are actually real life personalities, real life couples on which these characters are based. So they have taken the real names in the film too. So if you see the Conjuring series, main series, Conjuring 1, 2, and the third one, so they are actually kind of standoff films. So you can watch it alone. You don't have to watch 1 and 2 and then come and watch the third installment. So it is basically about the paranormal encounters that the couple had investigated. So all the films are based on such real life incidents, and we are not sure that whether the accuracy of the credibility of the events, but they have exaggerated for a horror film's sake. So I enjoyed Conjuring series 1 and 2 because if you see, very rarely in horror films you get to have a storyline, an engaging plot that is given more importance than the jump scare scenes. So anybody can get scared if you have a scene like suddenly something pops out or pulls your hand, something like. So many horror films concentrate on jump scare scenes just for the thrilling sensation that they want to give to the audience, but only certain films concentrates on a very concrete plot, an engaging story that revolves around these jump scare scenes. And I would say Conjuring and Insidious are very renowned and popular series that satisfies this criteria. Yeah, so like its predecessors, Conjuring 3, is based on real life incidents, and it conveys that it is one of the very popular cases in America. So a person got arrested based on murder charges, but he claimed that he was possessed when he killed people. So that is a story about, and if you see here, there is a specialty in Conjuring series. The opening sequence are always great. So there is something to set the mood for the whole film, and I felt the opening sequence in Conjuring 3 is the best. So you will have, if you're planning to catch it in theaters, don't end up showing late. It's going to be pretty good. I felt it's the best in the 3 films I had seen so far. So yeah, let us get into the craftsmanship. So as most of them would not be aware. So there are 3 acts for a film, based on which many popular films gets made. That's called filmmaking technique. So the first act is exposition, which means that you are giving the audience, showing the audience what is the world and what are the characters and what is the story is going to be about. So that's mainly the first act. And the previously I was talking about the opening sequences. So if you see in Conjuring 1, we are shown, or we are shown about the story of Annabelle. So that sets the definition of the movie and its characters. So Ed and Lorraine are paranormal investigators, and they are hearing the story of Annabelle from some friends, from a couple of buddies. And so you get to know that these characters, these are the protagonists for the film, and the story is going to be about investigation of paranormal events. And yeah, so that is about first act. So here, if you see, our protagonist Ed and Lorraine investigate are actually conducting an exorcism. So exorcism is nothing but, simple terms, you are trying to ward off the evil who had possessed some human. So in this, the opening sequence is like Ed and Lorraine are performing an exorcism on a small kid, like I think 5 or 6 old. So he's been possessed, and that's how the film starts. So actually, the kid has a elder sister, and this guy is the boyfriend. So they are, the kid and this guy share a kind of friendly relationship, and he sees the suffering that he endures while exorcism, and he simply tells the devil that you take me and leave the kid. And because of that, the devil jumps on him, so he gets possessed. And in the process, our protagonist, this guy, I think Patrick Wilson, he's a very famous hero in horror films. So he gets kind of attacked by the demon, evil, and he gets hospitalized, and he suffers a heart attack, which is actually caused by the devil. So this guy gets kind of weak from the very beginning of the movie. So they are like setback. So yeah, this is how the film starts, the explosion. So now the devil is on this boyfriend, the lover, and only he knows about it. So once he wakes up in hospital, he tells Lorraine, and then we are set into the story how this couple tries to get the evil off him, and how is the story gonna be processing. Yeah, and the second act is called confrontation, I guess. So in this act, it's like normally about 1 hour or 40 minutes, where there are obstacles faced by the protagonist, and they'll be overcoming one by one. So if you see, the story moves on. Now that he's possessed, he actually others are in the impression that the exorcism was success, and the devil or the evil that possessed the small kid is actually gone, but it is now sticking on to him. So he gets some situations where he feels the presence of demon or evil, and he commits a murder, and because of which he gets arrested. And so this is actually the scene. If you see here, the police is check up on the home where they had called 911. Actually killed someone, is just walking off, so the police catches him here.
You okay there? Jesus.
Yeah, so he gets arrested, and obviously Ed and Lorraine, our protagonist, try to defend him on the impression that he was actually he didn't do it on his consciousness. It was the evil or demon that possessed him, and it had influenced him to kill or commit murder. So that's how it moves forward. So he's in jail, and still possessed, and Ed and Lorraine are trying to find out how to get him out, as well as through law, and as well as ward off the evil from him. But then the story moves forward. So these are all the court sequences. These are really it's not very funny, but there are a couple of funny intonations in the court scene, as well as the lawyer conversation. It's really good. Yeah, so there is another thing, and like the first two parts, so in the first two, Conjuring 1 and 2, if you see, they had explored only the evil, and so in the first part it's just a ghost getting possessed, a human getting possessed by ghosts, and they are trying to ward off. And in the second part, actually, if you see, a demon is summoned. So not summoned, it is influencing a family, and that was little in depth, because I think the Nun and Nun series had explored that demon. I think Vivak, yeah, the demon name. So that is a mythological demon creature, and in this part they have explored a completely unique topic, witchcraft. So I really loved these sequences. It kinds of turns into a detective film during these sequences, and they are trying to figure out what is this, and it's basically a curse. Somebody has cursed the family and the kid. So that is the reason. If you see, this is the first.
Still open.
So this is the first encounter of the kid when the family moves into the home. Immediately he gets an event. So he encounters the demon immediately. So that cannot happen just like that, because there are, I think, if you see in the first part, he explains there are 3 steps. Like first you'll get a sense there's somebody else, and then the possession comes in. Here directly the hand comes out and gets hold of him. Yeah, so this is, since the boy is cursed, that's the reason the demon is invoked immediately as soon as he moves into that particular place. So if you see right below this room, the witchcraft, this particular totem is placed. So somebody has cursed the family and the kid. That's the reason he got possessed at first place, and then it based on that boyfriend's, the lover's request, it clung on to him. So that's how you get the impression. So it's happening, you feel like it's happening some on a linear, on a random sequence. Okay, it got hold of him since he requested, but that is not the case. If you see the third act, you will have a lot more explanation. Yeah, so the investigation sequences were really good. So the couple, Ed and Lorraine, takes help of a police officer. So another girl is missing, and and in that case also they had encountered a similar totem. So they get connected and they explore and they find out the girl's body. So as you know, if you have seen the previous films, Lorraine has insight or extra sensory perception, so she can explore what has happened in the past, and she can find out how it happened also. So she discovers that the girl who had been missing actually killed her friend and jumped off the cliff. So the clip sequence is this. So she was actually in the perception, and she was trying to find out where the girl, I think the girl name is Jessica. So she finds out that she jumped off from this cliff, and she informs the inspector that you can find the body in this lake, and they do that. So now, right now, they are concluding the investigation that both the family and this particular girl, Jessica, are cursed by the same person. Somebody has purposely done that curse, and they want to complete the curse. And so someone who is specialized in this dark magic and witchcraft, this guy, okay, he is a retired father. So he's specialized in this witchcraft. If you see his house, just like Ed and Lorraine has the collection, they have a collection of all the, what do you call, artifacts, devil artifacts or possessed artifacts, like Annabella doll and Crooked Man from the second part, in their room. They don't burn it away, so they keep it in their room locked up. So similarly, this guy has a room full of witchcraft objects, dark magic objects that he has collected. And if you see the dialogue also the dialogue is also same. He says that it's better not to burn away, and it's better to be locked up in a room. And yeah, so there is foreshadowing in this particular scene. So I think it's not in the trailer. Let me try to find. So this guy's his home is on a river. So if you see that particular frame, you can see a house in the center and a river flowing behind the house. So I was wondering why so in that frame you can feel the importance of the river. I was, whenever the frame was there, I was wondering why the river is given importance in this frame. It is just a pan shot, like slowly moving forward, and you see a house. It is not in the trailer. I would love to show that frame. Yeah, it is not. So they go to his home to get more information about witchcraft and any kind of knowledge that he has. So there, I was wondering why the river is given importance in that frame, but in the climax, in the third act, I found out, okay. So I mean, those are all the elements that you love. They foreshadow certain things, and you feel like, okay, I should have known this. That's the reason they showed this. Such kind of moments are there. I really loved those elements in this film, and yeah. So I don't want to reveal a major spoiler now. So the river and the house. I forgot the name of the retired father. Uh, I think let's go back to that shot where his face was there. This is early.
Does that
Yeah.
cost? Lorraine, you need to come back. Is saving him worth everything you have? Because that's the
Yeah, so this guy plays a important part in the climax, and he actually helps our protagonist. So yeah, that plot I don't want to reveal, because you will not enjoy the film if we point out here. So yeah, so after the investigation, they find out who had cursed the family and the girl, and why did they do it. And basically, before the curse is completed, they want to break it. So that's the third part, the exposition, confrontation, and resolution. Yeah, so the resolution is the third part. So the resolution is like they are trying to break the curse, and the possession passes on from the kid to the lover, and there is one more person who's a very important person, so he also gets possessed, and I don't want to reveal that as well because I need you to enjoy the film. So yeah, the resolution is how our protagonists break the curse, and they do not end up saving the lover who is charged on murder. He gets punished, I think, lifetime imprisonment. Actually, that's the truth as well. In the reality, he didn't come out, so he was charged of murder. So they have shown the same in the movie as well. I want to show. Yeah, I think this is the sequence where our protagonist is exploring the missing girl, how she
Something terrible happened here.
and that is Inspector.
Something terrible.
Yeah, he is the inspector. So he's really skeptic, but then after seeing her powers and ESP intuitions, he believes in them, and they help. I mean, they help mutually in the end. And this is the first encounter. Is a very horrifying scene. The boy gets his first contact of the demon. Uh, what else? Yeah, these are all good sequences. The murder scenes are really horrifying. Overall, I felt it's a very good movie. I didn't feel any degrade in the quality of filmmaking compared to the first and second part. It was actually watching a similar film. I don't know why IMDb is 6.3 or 4. I felt it should be 7. It's hugely highly underrated. You'll enjoy. Again, when you're watching with your naughty friends, if certain ones are dull, they'll give some comments, so the perception of movie watching would be different. But then if you're watching it alone in home or theater, in theater the experience is always exaggerated, and you get a great experience. I watched it in theater and it was really really amazing. And I feel even if you watch it in home, it's going to be great alone. But with friends, I'm not sure what kind of nature your friends are. So if they pass on naughty comments, then it's going to be a different kind of film. But it's a great film for you to enjoy. If you're a fan of Conjuring series, you must watch Conjuring 3. It's really great. And if it is available in theater, please do watch it in theaters. And thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and share. I would love support from you guys. And yeah, let's catch up on another episode with a different film. Until then, bye bye.